Okay, so another student had a question. He had a couple things. He got his mass properties off just a little bit on this. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Let's take at our mass properties and let's compare them to my mass properties, which are perfect. Absolutely perfect. It's a property that everybody is going to judge their models by. And we want to make sure that you, when you send this to me, you put in the right units in here and amount of units after the decimal too. And you want to make sure you crank this up to the highest. So let's see what we have here. Let's take my snipping tool and take a look at this. This is what the match really should be. And oh boy, that is way off. Like what is going on with this? But anyways, to shorten this video, I went ahead and played around with this a little bit and found two places that we could do some improvements on. So let's go ahead and pull that out of the way. Now let's just start up here at the wheel. So the wheel is defined a little bit differently. If we compare that to my wheel, let's take a look at this. So if we look at the mass properties over here, let's take a look at my mass properties. And I'm going to go ahead and snip this a little bit. So we'll grab my thing, pull that off to the side so we can find out later, and go to the other student's model and take a look at the mass properties here, and pull mine back in and take a look at that. So mass should be 1.2036. Yours is 1.2036. That's okay. And right there in the middle. So that looks like it's okay. It was kind of funny because before it didn't. It was off just by a little bit. And the reason why it was off, let's go ahead and take a look at that. It's just the way this is defined sometimes. You have a horizontal relationship between these 2 points, which is okay, but if you actually take that out, I don't even think you need that. Maybe because of the redundancy, it didn't like that, but it seemed to resolve itself okay here. So let's go ahead and do that. The way I did this too, by the way, is I put in my center line in here and I just planted those 2 points on that center line. So this one got planted, that one got planted, mine was up on top, yours is on the bottom. Either way it works. What that does is it makes these 2 points vertical. And if it's black, you don't necessarily have to define these other points. So let's go ahead and rebuild this. Let's go to mass properties. And it looks like it's still the same. So, X, Y, Z are still right in the middle of our model, and the mass is the correct value. So it looks like. Yeah, so let's check mine just one more time just to be certain. Yeah, looks like it is. Okay, but here's the real problem. So we get down here to the wheel fillet, and get down to my wheel fillet. You just have the wrong value in it. You use a default value there, and if you go to the mass properties on yours, let's actually go to mine first, and we'll go ahead and capture that. Let's go to the mass properties. We'll go to the snipping tool and snip this a little bit, pull that off to the side. Get rid of that. Control tab will get me back to the other model, and let's take a look at the mass properties here. So 1.2510, and I have 2515, so off by a little bit, and these items down here are off a little bit too. So I mean, real simply, you just need to put in the right value in here. So if you click on that, you can actually see the number down here is 0.125. If we rebuild that and actually go down to the very bottom down here and get that spoke pattern back in, that's where the real problem was. So again, mass properties. Let's go ahead and snip this a little bit. Grab the mass in the center mass there, turn this off, and then go back to your model. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. And it should be the same. So here's mine over here. So 1.3980. And then 3337 and 186. Looks like we're right on. So yeah, just change that fillet. And we'll go from there.